Tony D and Little Joan and Guest Dog. I don't know if you can see. Can you see Guest Dog way back there? Way back there in her bed. That's Truffle. And this is a screenwriter's rant on Unseen, a indie movie about a woman who works in a mini-mart who gets a mistaken call by a woman who's about to be killed by her ex, but she's broken her glasses and she cannot see, so she has to use the FaceTime call to see. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget Kindle. Unlimited is free. The woman's also been drugged, so that's part of the reason she can't see. She injured her ex. Her ex is mad and going to kill her. And so the mini-mart lady has to help her survive. But then about halfway through the movie, her battery starts to die, and she doesn't have her charger, so she steals this woman's phone because this woman won't help her after she asked her nicely. And then she locks herself in the mini-mart, and then another guy who was one of her angry customers calls the cops, and then the cops try to break into like the bulletproof area in her mini-mart. This woman always plays a psychotic rich girl. She's been in a few movies. It's called Unseen. It looks pretty good for a low-budget movie. Here she is asking one of her customers, what would you do if you got lost in the woods? And he says, I'd never get lost. Buy or rent on digital March 7th. You mind? Doing a thing. So, not bad from Paramount. Hey. Hey. Do you mind? I gotta put you on my lap. I'm trying to do a thing. So after all that, you expect a pet? No. You're too cute. You're too cute. You're too cute. Too noisy and stinky too. I know, you're such a cutie pie. You're so demanding though. Jealous of the other dog. Anyhow, so I like this setup a lot because it's this poor put upon mini-mart woman. Here's a psychotic girl. She pulls out her gun to get her phone back, starts shooting into the booth. Won't cooperate. So it looks fun. Looks a lot of fun. Yeah, and this is good casting too because she looks like she works at a mini-mart, right? She just looks like a normal person. It would have been really easy to cast some smoking, no offense to the actress, some smoking hot chick as opposed to somebody who looks like a normal person, an average person who would work in a mini-mart, right? You wouldn't cast, for instance, well, Hollywood might cast the other woman, the hot woman who's rich and has the phone, like her. If you cast her as the lead, yeah, I don't think it would be as believable. I like the music. I like it's sort of horror, but kind of comedy too. It's got a fun sensibility to it, and it ups the ante real well. I guess she does have her charger, but something happens. Maybe she breaks it or whatever. At a place called Gator Galore. So, yeah, and there's some weird customer. This guy, I think he's going to be your generic racist redneck, but he doesn't like the woman and causes her all sorts of problems. So she's trying to save Amy. So the first act, she shows up for work in her terrible job that she has no choice. Her terrible customer bothers her. And then for whatever reason, she gets a call from this woman. She dialed wrong because she can't see. She broke her glasses and she's been drugged. Her ex is going to try to kill her. She's running around in the woods. She's far away. And so she uses her eyes to see for her to try to help her escape. At the same time, second act in the mini-mart, her phone starts to die or it's broken or whatever. She tries to borrow this lady's phone because it's an emergency. She tells her to go screw. She steals the phone, locks herself into the thing, and then she comes out with a gun and starts blasting up the place. Still doesn't get in. Then the redneck comes back. He calls the cops. Then the cops try to bust in, and it's will she save Amy in time? And this is an earlier scene where she asks him, "Oh, if you were lost in the woods, what would you do?" And she gets a little help. March 7th. Yeah, I'm all down for this. Ooh, we got credits. We got credits. Okay, directed by Yoko Akumura. Written by Salvatore Cardoni. That name sounds familiar. And Brian Rollins. Midori Francis, Jolene Purdy, and Missy Pyle. I'm not sure the rich woman. I'm going to guess it's Missy Pyle. It's got kind of a southern twang to her, I think, if I'm remembering correctly the actress. Yeah, from Blumhouse. Blumhouse. Looks fun. Looks fun, over the top, and yet realistic. So this is the balance I think every good movie should have. You know? There's going to be fun scenes, funny scenes, but it's not too over the top. Like, it's grounded enough that I can believe it. I can believe that a woman who's being stalked by her ex, who was drugged and barely escaped, can't see well enough to dial the phone correctly. Although I guess she was dialing 911 or trying to dial the cops when she ends up dialing her. She doesn't know where she is. She can't see. Then the mini-mart girl has to help her, but then the mini-mart girl gets in trouble too. I mean, it works for me. Works for me. Third act. So the first act, she comes for work. Second act, she helps Amy. Third act, she saves Amy and hopefully herself and quits her terrible job probably. Amy probably hires her. Who is Amy? I don't know. Maybe the last revelation in the movie is Amy actually is rich and owns this chain and then puts her in charge of it, or puts her in charge of the business where the redneck works, and then she turns the tables on him, something like that. That would be a fun ending. The music's kind of fun. It's kind of upbeat, like and the ex goes to jail, and yeah, I like it. Oh, here we go. I got a bit of a synopsis. Sam receives a call from Emily. Oh, it's Emily. Did I say Emily? I thought I said Amy. Emily, a nearly blind woman who's running from her murderous ex in the woods. She must survive the ordeal with Sam being her eyes using video call. Yeah. It's good, too, because it's something that only can take place in this era, right? You would have to have FaceTime or video call or whatever you want to call it. You couldn't do this as a period piece in the 80s or the 90s even. So, yeah. Nice little concept. Strong. Should be a nice, tight 90. I would totally see this. It's probably going right to video on demand. Probably won't get a wide release, doggy. No, but I could see it. I would totally see this movie. Love to see it on one of my streaming platforms that I already have access to, so I could watch it. And yeah, thumbs up. I'm gonna give it an upvote. Rare upvote for me. You know, I don't upvote these trailers much, but that's a good one. It's nice. It's peppy. I love the color scheme, the green color scheme contrasted with the woods. Yeah, sign me up. Unseen, coming to, well, probably video on demand in the next, March 7th. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Demanding Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. Check me out tomorrow, Saturday, from 1 to 3. I will be at the Gill Memorial Library. This is in Paulsboro, New Jersey. It's a historic library. I'm told it has ghosts. So I'm anxious to see some ghosts. I hope to get some video there if I remember to do it. And hope to sell some books. So I hope to see you there. Learn how to hunt the Jersey Devil. And we'll see you tomorrow.